So the second dude comes up, he like, y'all jumped my boy? And I'm like, no, we didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm like, it was a one-on-one. He like, no, he said y'all jumped him. I'm like, we did not jump him. He like, no, come on. I said, so y'all want to get greasy right here? He like, yeah. I'm like, Marky, it's going to be a red. So Marky like, yeah. It's most definitely going to be a red. I'm like, not that type of red. So dude like, come on. Yeah, come on. Pull it with me, though. Pull it with me. He was, pull it with me, though. Pull it. I'm like, it was the way he was dancing. So I'm like, man, all right. So I ran up on the dude that was in front of Marky. Now, the dude that was in front of Marky, he ain't really had no guards up. He was just like, so I straight up, he left that open. I act like I was going to swing. He came up like this, but I kick him dead in the stomach. He said, oh, but the dude caught him before he fell. I ran and I told Marky and them to run. Yes. I ran first. Okay, I kicked and then ran and then said, run. And then they started running. But when I said run, you see Marky like, why are we running? I said, just follow me. He like, it's 3 against 2. I said, yeah, I know, but just follow me. I look over there at Raymond. This dude is silent night. He ain't said nothing. He ain't uttered, stuttered, breathed heavy. He just running. So I look, I like, you good? He like, where we going? I'm like, just follow me. So I dig in my pocket, right? And I call Roy. So we're like, yeah, I know you mad because I did. I'm like, no. I'm like, listen. I'm like, where you at? He like, I'm over here by the bus stop, but I'm in front of the convenience shop. He like, I'm over here by the real place, across the street from my spot. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way, right? He like, you good? I'm like, hey, it's some dudes. They following us. I'm like, bro, they trying to jump. We ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. I'm gonna explain. He like, all right, just run this way. He like, I'm finna meet you right now. I hang up. So Marky like, who's that? I'm like, that's Roy. I'm like, y'all, come on. We just got to meet him. So I turn around and I look. I see that is the dude that I kicked, the other dude that ran up that was up there with him. And now it's a third dude. So I'm like, yo, it's 3 of them. It's 3 of them. Man, I hit by my house, past my house, past Beth's house, past Cynthia's house, and Ashley's, and Raymond's girlfriend. Boom, we almost there. I'm talking about, I'm getting tired. Okay, this, first off, it's a decent walk. So to be running this and power running it is crazy work. It's crazy work to be power running like your life depending on it. These guys was not tired. And in my mind, I'm like, they not tired because I am. They not tired. We hit the corner. Foo. So now we're still running. We on the main street. We're still running. We got to get up there by the store. But as we're running, we see Roy and his 5 guys, like, they crowded. Now, they always be up there, like, serving and stuff like that. So he with his people, okay? So, boom, I stopped running after we see him. I'm like, Marky like that. We ran all that. Ran like, y'all, we good. We turn around, we look. They running. They come up. They like, yeah. Oh, y'all called y'all guys. I'm like, yeah. What's up? You want to swing? He like, come on. Roy didn't waste no time coming through the crowd, handling business, right? So Roy grabbed dude. Boom. He slung him. Boom. Dude swing. The other dude swing on Roy. Roy friend. Now it's a big fight. So we not even helping. Me and Marky not even helping. So I'm like, hey, we finna call the police, right? So I pull out my phone. And I didn't dial 911. I just act like I was on there. I'm like, yeah, we on such and such street, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling, so they get up, everybody stop fighting, and they straight shay away, they run. So Roy like, why you call the police? He like, why y'all didn't help? I'm like, I didn't really call the police. I'm like, man, y'all was handling business. He like, what was going on? So I tell him straight up what happened. I said, yeah, we was all at the park. I'm like, just got to go to my school. I'm like, he ended up beating this other guy up. He tried to get on the court, all that. Like, so I'm telling him the tea, right? He like, man, he like, if I ever see them dudes again, I promise you, I'm going to squish him. Like, he kept on saying it. I'm going to squish him. Like, he was just one of those. Roy, I felt like Roy was the type that you can call, and he always going to stop what he doing and going to come exactly where you at. So he like, yo, we going to walk you to the tip. We going to walk you to the crib. So cool, that's cool being. So we walking, so they flame up. So everybody, we all hitting the blunt, right? So Raymond like, yo, you gonna be straight. I'm like, you coming with me. I'm telling Raymond like, you coming with me. I ain't gonna let you go to the crib by yourself. So we're like, we'll walk you. You know what I'm saying? Telling Raymond like, we'll walk you. So Raymond like, no, I'm cool. I'm gonna kick it with Rody Doty now. We get in front of my crib, perfect success. We're like, hey, I gotta go finish busting these serves. He like, hey man, you owe me one. I'm like, all right, what I owe you? He like, buy a couple of bags from me. I'm like, I got you. I'm like, I get a little allowance, I got you. Boom, I get in the house. Front door now open, and Marky like, bro, that was insane. He like, Junior can fight. Junior was, he was holding him, doing it like that, man. That was crazy. So we talk about what happened. You hear, back door now open, and we look. We see his self come in. So my mom company is over there still. So I'm like, oh, hey, she like, where y'all coming from? I'm like, oh, we were just hanging with our friends. She said, oh, okay. I'm like, hey, I got a question. She said, well, I'm like, if a girl call you back to back, even though you're not picking up, what that mean? Oh, that mean you better run. I'm like, oh, she like, you having girl problems? I'm like, no, I just wanted to ask for a friend. So boom, she leaves. My mom comes in, right? We still in the living room. So my mom like, I didn't know y'all was back. Why you didn't tell me you was back? I'm like, oh, I thought Niecy was gonna tell you, which that was Self. That was her best friend. I'm like, I thought she was gonna tell you because she just was in the living room. So she like, no, she didn't. You supposed to tell me. You my kids, not her. So I'm like, oh, she like, and why you got company? You didn't ask me, can you have? I'm like, oh yeah, he was just coming to make sure we was at the crib safe. Okay, y'all safe. Okay, Raymond, look. There can't nobody be inside the house. They still on thin ice. He like, oh, I understand. So he leaves out. Now I'm nervous. I'm legit nervous because he's leaving out by himself, and I don't know if those guys are still around. The park is nowhere from us. So my mom like, asking us how it was, and we were saying it was good. We didn't tell her nothing about the fight. So my mom walks off. She goes check on Caleb. She comes back down. I say, Mom, I need to talk to you. She said, what's going on? I'm like, it's very important. I'm like, I can wait until your company leaves. She said, if you did something and you shouldn't have done it, you better tell me now before somebody else tell me. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm going to wait till your company leaves. She like, okay. So she left. So Marky like, what you going to say? I'm like, bro, I'm just going to open up and tell her something a little bit to see how the way she react. He like, about the fight? I'm like, no, it's about something else. He like, look, I'm finna go shower. I'm like, yeah, me too. I go shower or whatever. Boom. I go in the room. I'm chilling. All of a sudden, my phone been blowing up. I ain't been checking my phone. I done missed calls from Roy, missed calls from Raymond. You know what I'm saying? So I hit Raymond up first because that was mad important. So I'm like, yo, you good? He like, yeah, I just walked back down here to my girlfriend crib. I ain't walked down to my crib. I'm like, you want me to walk with you? He like, yeah, man, just in case. Because he like, I don't want to get jumped on by these guys. I'm like, all right, let me know when you at my front door. Boom, so I'm going through the call log, going through the text messages. I see Kiki to text me, but I see Brianna to text me. I go to Brianna message. Boom. Brianna like, so you just never going to talk to me again? That was her message. So I text her back. I'm like, what you want, right? She was like, nothing, never mind. Cool. Nothing, never mind always work well with me. Always. Never mind. Leave me alone. Leave me fully alone. So boom, Raymond hit me up. He let me know he's out in the front. So I go downstairs. I tell Marky, hey, I'm finna walk Raymond to his crib. He like, I'm going too. I'm like, all right. So as we going back upstairs, we see Caleb. Caleb's like, I ain't busted. I'm like, you don't say, Yasi. Yeah, you busted. What you doing? He like, making a little bit of ice cream milkshake. I'm like, how many you had today? He like, maybe 5. 4 or 5. I'm like, what? He like, I made 3 on my own and Mom made. I'm like, look, go upstairs. I make it. He like, where you guys are going? I'm like, we're finna go walk Raymond to his house. He like, I want to go, please. I want some fresh air. I want to go outside. I'm like, it's late. He like, I want to go outside. I'm like, booming. It is late. And Mom will be mad. Please, I want to get some air. So Marky like, come on, he can go. I'm like, come on. Put on some clothes, though. So he put on some shorts and a shirt. First off, when he came down there, the shirt on backwards. the shorts on backwards, and he don't have no underwear on under the shorts. So I said, do you got underwear on? He like, no. We just going down the street. I'm like, put on some. Nobody want to see. Put on some underwear. So he go put on some underwear. Fix his shirt. Fix his, you know what I'm saying, everything. He got his hat on. Now he comes down there now with a longer coat, a trench coat, but it's open. I said, boo man, it's still hot outside. He like, I know, but I want to wear this. All my cool stuff in there. I'm like, what's in there? So he opened it up. His dad's mini sword. It's all type of stuff in the coat, okay? It's all type of stuff in the coat. I said, if you pass out while walking, that's on you. Come on. He got his hat on now. Imagine having shorts on. He look like gym shorts. Shorts on. A holy shirt that was on backwards, but it's on correctly now. You got Sonic on now. You got on a brown leather Samuel L. Jackson trench coat. It's hot outside, and you have a hat on. Boom. Look, he's digging in his pockets as we going out. Remy like, oh, I thought y'all forgot about me. I'm like, no, we was waiting on Boo Man. He putting on these gloves, but the finger parts is cut out. They like for motorcycles or bikes and stuff like that. He put those on. I said, why you put those on? He like, to stay safe so I won't get germs by touching anything. Boom. We're walking, right? So we get down there towards Raymond crib. We see Kenyatta, right? So Kenyatta like, hey, Rody Dody, right? It's dark. You hear somebody say the name, so I look over and I see it's her. I'm like, pff. She like, I know you heard me say hey. I ain't say nothing. So Marky say bye. I'm like, hey, hush. Let's not start now. We're trying to get there and back. So she like, nobody's talking to you. She across the street still talking. So boom. Raymond like, hey, y'all want to blow? So Marky like, yeah. I'm like, no, we can't. Like, we can't blow. We cannot blow. We cannot, especially not in front of Boo Man. We're not doing it. So I was like, no, we can't blow. So Kel like, what is blow? I want to blow. Wait, you guys blowing balloons? Blowing bubbles? I'm like, no. I'm like, come on, we finna go. Marky like, well, I'm gonna stay a little bit. I'm like, no. He like, man, I want to blow. So I'm like, all right, you stay. I'm making sure Kelly get back before Mama come. So boom. I gets back in the house. Mom have not came in. Kelly like, my milkshake. I didn't get my milkshake yet. I'm like, stop being a big baby. He like, but I am. I'm like, I'm gonna make you your milkshake. He like, but can you do it by hand? I don't want the blender. Cause when mommy do it by hand, it leaves it looks so creamy. I like it like that when it like swirl up. I'm like, all right. He like, I want the swirl it. I said, okay. I got you. My phone. Zzz, zzz, zzz. So I look, it's Kiki. I ignored it on purpose. You know, like how when that phone is ringing, you know when a person is ignoring you. You know when a person is ignoring you. Heavy to the T. So she kept calling back to back. I'm talking about my arm don't never get tired. I was ignoring it. Ignoring it. So Boo Man like, why you won't pick up? And so it rung again. I said, here, will you pick up? And I'm like doing like his milkshake. So he like, so you hear somebody say, hello? So he like, so you can hear her though. She like, really? Rody Dody. He like, and then he hung up and he like, he just bust out laughing, busting the tears. My mom walks in while I'm making the ice cream. She like, what y'all doing? I'm like, oh, I'm making Boo Man another milkshake. She like, and that's it. Slow down on the milkshake. You need to go to school. Finish school. Every time you go to school and do a whole day, then you get as many as milkshakes you want. He like, okay, but I just wanted a milkshake. I love the way Rowdy Dody make them. So I'm looking like, I know he don't, right? He just know I gotta do it, right? So boom, I'm doing. So my mom like, I'm finna go on here and send them home, get them out, cause I'm tired, and I want to know what's going on. What you need to talk about that's so urgent. So I'm like, okay. So all of a sudden you see front door now opening, and you see Marky coming in, and my mama say, I know, that's a lie. She like, hold on. My mom walks out. So I said, here, Caleb get his milkshake. I'm like, you can go upstairs. He like, I'm staying right here. My mama opened up that back door again. She say, Marky? He like, yes. She like, look at me. He like, what? She like, look up at me. He look up. So she grabbed his face. She like, what's wrong with your face before I say what's wrong with your face? He like, nothing. She like, why you know what? Stay right there. Right? She said, stay right there. She go out there and go get the girls, her friends. They come in. She say, if y'all could describe Marky's face, what it look like, girl? Because, you know, they think we old and dumb and crazy. We don't know nothing. What it look like, girl? So all you hear Self say, man, it's either he been crying or he been out there smoking that dungeon. So I didn't know what dungeon meant. I'm a real man. Dungeon is crazy word. So I'm looking like, oh my God, in the kitchen like, this dude, I told him don't go out there and smoke. So my mama look at me, and so she like, you been smoking? I'm like, no, I was in here making, you know what I'm saying? Like, you saw me. Like you saw me. So Marky like, I ain't been doing no doja. What is doja? So that's when Brenda was like, look like you been Snoop Doggy dogging it out there. He like, no. He was like, I was talking to this girl and, you know, she kind of made me sad. So I was looking like, yeah, she talking to somebody else, right? So he's like starting to make the waterworks. I'm talking about, if this wasn't my mama child, this could not even prove it no better. Because if you talk about the boy that ever cried wolf, this boy cried. You saw tears. I saw the tears. I couldn't believe he had me feel. I mean, and the Oscar award goes to Marky. Like, the way he did it was superficial tissue. He was crying. He was like, this girl, my mama like, so you over here sneaking out and crying over a girl. Boy, if you don't get out my face and go to your room, I just couldn't believe it worked. I was never that much of a genius that I could think like that. Now, we talking about Marky made all A's. The boy was smart. He just liked to do whatever he wanted to do. And he had a bad attitude problem. That's it. But other than that, Marky was skipping grades, making good. You know what I'm saying? They was saying he was on honor roll and he was so advanced that they was skipping grades on him. That's how smart Marky was. So when he played that part, he ate. So boom, my mom ended up telling us to go to the room. They finna get ready to go. She like, Roddy Doddy, I'll be talking to you shortly. Star my jacuzzi water. So I'm starting her jacuzzi water. Caleb, he's in his room. Everybody's separated. So I can't stop looking at my phone. I'm checking my phone. I'm seeing text message. I see Kiki like, I know you see me calling. Why you not picking up? I'm heated at her. I'm heated. Like, I don't want to talk to her. I'm so like done and like, girl, you crazy. Like, you off the chart. Like, I like the aggressive girl that get aggressive with me. Like, maybe grab me, maybe smack me a little bit, have a little attitude, push me, and then we make love. But the crazy part, I just wasn't, nah. Nah, Willis, I wasn't tapping. I got a crazy mom. Why would I want a crazy girl? You know what I'm saying? So boom, as the jacuzzi stuff, everything getting ready, my mom get them out. She shut down our bar, make sure everything is shut down properly. I'm in the room, I'm playing the game, knowing I got to go to school tomorrow, so I'm playing the game. My mama like, oh, okay, get off the game. I'm like, okay, the round is almost over. Okay, after that round, get off the game, come in the bathroom. I finished the round. Boom. I go on ahead. I go in the bathroom. She like, so what's going on? She taking off her clothes. Boom, she gets in the jacuzzi. I'm like, you gotta promise not to get mad. She like, you don't tell me what to do. I'm like, I'm not, but I want to be able to tell you and you understanding it because I know you're going to get mad at me. She said, okay, I won't get mad. Just tell me. So I'm like, she like, wait, am I going to need a shot? I'm like, I don't know. You know what? I left my shot downstairs in the kitchen. Can you get it? I'm like, okay. So I grabbed it off the counter. Boom. I come back upstairs with her shot. So she said, okay, I'm listening. I'm like, so you remember that girl that you told me you didn't want me talking to you anymore. She like, yeah, I remember. I remember. Come on, and what? I'm like, because the body language was scaring me. So I was like, well, I understand now why you don't want me to talk to her. And what you understand, Roshan? I'm like, that, not that she's just older, but she's crazy. She like, what? I'm like, okay, so she dropped this girl off, Jazz, that's go to my Turner school in front of the house, and the girl rung the bell. She said, when this happened? I'm like, it happened earlier. She like, at my door? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, the girl don't really know how to get to my crib. Only she do. And I'm like, she's being cool with the people that like me. She's being cool with the girl, so she's showing up to the school. So I'm telling my mom. Like, I feel like on the back burner, like, I want to do the right thing now. So I'm kind of like trying to keep my mom in the loop to see, like, when she started trusting me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling my mom. So she say, you know what? Step out and grab me the house phone. I'm like, okay. And so she say, she dropped who? I'm like, she dropped this girl that liked me in front of my crib because the girl didn't know how to get. She dropped the girl in front of my house. This girl could be a stalker, killer, raper, anything, and she dropping somebody random off at my house after I told her don't never step foot up my house again. Right? So my mom is popping off. So she say, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got it. I'm going to handle it. She like, step out for a second. So I stepped out. So I'm like, oh my God. So I go downstairs. I knock on Marky's door. So Marky like, what's up? I'm like, bro. He like, wait, I'm playing racing right now. So he getting this little card thing, and he's like doing this little racing. I'm like, bro, stop for a second. He like, what? I'm like, I told mom what just happened. He like, about the fight? I'm like, nah, about something else, about the kid. All you hear is, Rody Doty, come here. That's all you hear. So I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? I go upstairs. I'm like, yeah. She like, get Marky, tell him to get dressed. You get up out of it, get dressed. I'm like, huh? She like, get dressed. So I get dressed. I'm scared. I get dressed. It's late at night, guys. I should be laying down getting ready for school. I get dressed. I go tell Marky to get dressed. My mom get dressed. Now, my mom is like pasting, right? So we're waiting. So I'm like, wow, we dressed. My mom is the type, when she gets in the jacuzzi, that means it's about to be closed curtain. We finna close the curtains. It's finna be over with. She's finna clock out. She's finna lay down. She's finna rest. And then we start this all over tomorrow. But she got out like she was on one. So all of a sudden you hear the bell, ling, ling, ling. I'm like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? So all her friends come back. Self, Brenda, Kalina come, Thina, they all pop back. Then they bring Shanice, Doodoo, which is like my play cousins, but you know, it's because of their mom and my mom is best friends. They've been best friends for a long time. And so it's just like that by default, those my play cousins or whatever. So boom, my mom said we waiting on one more person because I'm not finna keep playing. I don't play like that. I'm gonna go ahead and nip this in the bud right now. I'm gonna skin a cat real quick. So I'm just like, what is about to happen? So Marky looking at me, I'm looking at Marky. Marky looking at me, so my mama called Caleb, right? She said, Caleb, come here. She tell Doodoo, she said, Doodoo, I want you to keep an eye on him, okay? She like, I promise you ain't gonna be that long. I'll give you a couple of ducklets. I'll give you a couple of dollars. She said, you just make sure you keep your eye on him. Boom. As we go out on the front porch, so I'm like, I want to question my mom, like, where are we going? But I'm not gonna say nothing, right? So boom. We see the police pull up, and we see the same guy, my dad's friend. That's the police officer that we keep calling Unc, right? So Marky look at me, he do this. I'm like, so I see my mom go over there and whisper and talk, and you know, like how it's just like, dang, like you bold with it, because all her friends seemed like they was kind of equipped of what was going on. So we all get in the car, and my mom say, you get in the passenger seat. So my mom, she got her car. Everybody else got their car. The police is following us. So my mama say, you gonna take me to this girl house. So I'm like, wait, what? Like this, whoa. Right? I was like, I was shocked. So my mom was just, she like, you're gonna take me to the girl house. Cause I'm not finna play. Ain't nobody finna be popping up in my crib. I don't want no randoms popping up in my crib. This ain't no mystery house. So my mom is like, legit. She got all these people over here because we finna go over there to Kiki crib. So I'm like, I don't know the address, but I can show you how to get there. She said, okay. I said, so just act like you're going to my job. Boom, we driving. So Marky like, ooh, I'm like, be quiet. She like, is there anything you want to tell me before we pull up? Because we're about to pull up. Is it anything? I'm like, no, it's nothing. Like, first off, I'm scared because I see me doing the right thing. It's like, it wasn't good enough. She about to take it an extra mile. So I don't know what my mama is capable of doing at this moment. We get close, boom, we see the convenience store that Roy normally be at serving. So now I'm starting to get nervous. My posterior getting sweaty in the inside. Palm of the hands getting sweaty. I'm out there playing with my nails. So my mom like, okay, we here at your at the barbecue place. I'm like, so it's across the bridge. Then it's the house over there. So she like, okay, you should make sure you show me. So all the cars, my mom's friends, the police, they are driving. Like, do y'all not understand being in this predicament, how I felt like the hot seat was the fire seat? I was burning up for fireman. I'm talking about, this was so embarrassing. It made me feel like, man, I can't tell my mom nothing else because I'm scared of her reaction. Like, and now I think all Leos, it for sure is like that. Even if you keep it a buck, depending on what it is, they will blow up. They will get their lick back, or they feel like they gotta recontrol the situation. We get in front of the girl house. I'm like, this house right here. My mom pulls in her parking lot. The girl car is there. All the cars get to pulling. Police, he pulls. Well, our uncle, he pulls up on the side. So he comes out. We all hop out the car. So he like, May, I'm gonna knock on the door first. Straight like that. So my mom like, okay, that's fine. Long as she get to see my face. You can go in and knock on the door. So boom, he rings the bell. Nobody comes. He rings the bell again. So my mom tells me, stay in the car. So I'm like, okay. So she shuts the door, gets fully out. So I'm like, so Marky like, oh. So Shanice's like, what's happening? I'm like, oh no, this girl, she crazy. So he like, it's the Kiki girl. Oh man, why you told mom? No, mom crazy. I'm like, hold on. And all of a sudden you see her door open. So my mama like flinging and telling me to get out. So I'm like, get out with me, Marky. Get out with me, y'all. So we get out of my mom's car and we go up. So now everybody, is all of us, is Boo, Thina, Niecy. You know what I'm saying? It's Colin. It's all of my mom's friends. It's the cop guy. It's my mom. It's me, Shanice, Mark. It's all of us, right? So she cut on the porch light. She like, can I help y'all? So as she opened the door wider, you see Jazz. So I'm like, you still, and it's late, like what? Jazz looked tipsy. She looked like she had one too many drinks. So she like, ooh, I back up, and she backed up. So my mama said, look, let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with you and what type of thing you normally do, but you ain't gonna normally do it on my side of the world. This my world over here, okay? You're not gonna be playing with my son. You are too old now. I brung a cop here. I told you several times, don't show up to my house. Why are you dropping people off in front of my house like it's a shelter? It's not a shelter. Don't give my address away. You do it again, I'll make sure you locked up. I promise you, you're making me want to drag you. So my uncle like, allegedly, my uncle like, no, calm down. You can't threaten. No, because I'm telling you, she better check herself and stop playing with my son. So Marky like, yeah, it's the girl. Marky straight bust out. Yeah, it's the girl that's in there now. So my mom say, what? Yeah, that's the girl who came up over there that she dropped off. Straight up. She like, is that true, Roshan? I'm like, yeah. Tell her to Tell her to show her face. Tell her to peek out the door real quick. Because I'm going to check this right now. Now, we nipping this in the bud. Ain't no plan. Because you see all these people. Baby, you think, look, I tell you, I'll throw a party in front of your crib. You would not even like it. Do not play with me. And when I say a party, I'm not talking about the one that you invite people at. I will be stumping people out. So you hear my uncle like, please, May, just stop. No, because she got balls to be dropping somebody off in front of my crib like it's the house. Like, what? So Jazz come in the door like, I'm sorry. I just really wanted to talk to Rhoda. I don't care who you wanted to talk to. You better not show up either. This girl, she up here hanging with kids. What she hanging with kids for?